Okay, so I'm skipping down a little bit, but I want you to read all of this. This is all dialogue that's sort of setting the scene and showing you who is where. So Antony and Caesar are talking, and they see Brutus and Cassius from afar. I mean, they're not that far, but they can't hear them. And so Caesar says to Antony, "Let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, and such as sleep o' nights." And that's an interesting way of putting that he wants people who are sort of lazy. They don't think a lot. They can sleep easy at night. We'll contrast that with how he thinks about Cassius. So he looks at Cassius and he says, "Yond Cassius has a lean and hungry look." Another famous line. "He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous." So he doesn't like people who can think. He doesn't like people who might have ideas of their own, etc. Antony protests a little bit. No problem. Caesar continues, and this is very characteristic of Caesar, or at least it characterizes him very well. So he says, "Would he were fatter. I wish Cassius were fatter, but I fear him not. Yet if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. He reads much. He is a great observer, and he looks quite through the deeds of men. He loves no plays, as thou dost, Antony. He hears no music. Seldom he smiles, and smiles in such a sort as if he mocked himself, and scorned his spirit that could be moved to smile at anything. Such men as he be never at heart's ease whiles they behold a greater than themselves, and therefore they are very dangerous." So if you continue that section, it characterizes Caesar even more. But think about what he's saying about Cassius and the kind of person that he likes versus the kind of person that he is afraid of, if he could be afraid of anything, but he isn't because he's Caesar. Okay, so if we go over to the questions, I answered number 9. Take a look at that, and you can see how I sort of interpreted what I just discussed. Okay, so the rest of the scene is just Casca describing, he's another senator, describing to Brutus what has happened. All the cheering that we've heard, all the yelling and celebration something's been going on with Caesar and Antony. So Casca is just going to describe to Brutus what's happened. So I want you to finish that scene and see if you can figure out what has been going on while Cassius and Brutus were talking. Notice that, maybe it's not. No, I guess it is verse. I was going to say that Casca speaks in prose, but I think he does speak in verse. Okay, so I'm going to add a video to this, besides this video, and then we're going to be pretty much done scenes 1 and 2. We'll discuss them Thursday, our first chat. Okay, I'll see you soon.